Again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sealand News Brief. Today is Wednesday, August the 17th. Well, as usual, we want to take a look at what we're going to talk about today. Well, of course, first we're going to review mortgage interest rate, and there's a new store, Golf and More, opened, grand open in North Bay, New Jersey. We're going to talk about that. And equity-rich houses reduced in New Jersey. Not so good news, but we will take a look at it. And New Jersey is the second best state for quality of life. That's good news. We're going to look into it. And the Biden signs climate healthcare legislation. I think it deals with about $378 billion package. And the next news, we want to look at the housing starts, decline in July. And the next news, the housing prices climbed in second quarter. Still, house price is climbing up in second quarter. And WeWork creator startup attracts investor. WeWork, Mr. Newman start new company. It's a venture capital company, and the huge amount of investment into this business. Okay, so let's take a look at the mortgage rate this week. Okay, this week, 30-year fixed mortgage rate is 4.875. It went up a little bit, and the 15-year fixed mortgage went down a little bit. So from this week, you want to display the interest rate. If it goes down, then I'm going to put green color, and if interest rate goes up, then I'm going to put the red color. We are improving bit by bit every week. Okay, FHA 10-year treasury yield went up 2.853. And 5-year ARM went up 4.875, and 7-year ARM went up 4.999. So in general, this is red color, must be. Then this week, generally interest rate moved up a little bit. Okay, so one of the local news, the store name is Golf and More. The store opened in North Bay, New Jersey. The address is 156 Paris Avenue, North Bay. Okay, and it's about 3,000 square feet standalone building. It used to be florist shop. And they had a grand opening ceremony on 13th, and they invited the Bergen County Clerk, and Tenafly Mayor, and the New Jersey Korean Association President, Chang Hee Lee, etc. And the store is an authorized dealer of Anu. Even though I am a golf player, but I don't know much about high-end golf brand. But Anu looks like it's the hottest golf brand in Korea, so they are authorized the dealer. And they sell Lindbergh, which I don't know, and Honma, probably we know, On-Off, and PRGR, and MU Sports, and Zaxio. Zaxio I know, golf wears. So looks like another high-end Korean golf stores opened in North Bay. Okay, and 그냥 로컬 뉴스 하나 소개해드렸는데요. 골프 모어라고 아마 3,000 스퀘어피트니까 뭐 꽤 사이즈는 될 것 같고요. 아주 하이엔드 브랜드 골프웨어들이 거기 있다고 하니까 156 파리스 애버뉴 노스베일에 그 리빙스턴 스트리트인가요? 그 위아래로 쭉 올라가는 거 거기하고 굉장히 가깝죠. 그러니까 더 올라가면 303이죠. 그러니까. 네. 오케이. Next news is in New Jersey, equity rich, we call equity rich houses reduced. What do you mean by equity rich house? Well, by kind of customary definition, equity rich means their equity is more than 50% of home values. In other words, their mortgage balance is less than 50% of home values. Those home we call equity rich. But this equity rich homes declined in New Jersey. Kind of interesting observation. Equity rich declined to 37.9% in second quarter from 38.6% in first quarter in New Jersey. So, well, generally we thought the home values went up, so equity should be increased, right? So we should have more equity rich homes, but in New Jersey reduced. Why is that? Which is lower than average equity rich of 48.1% in 50 states. So in 50 states in US, equity rich homes is about 48.1%. Again, equity rich means the equity is more than 50% of home value, or same expression and the same meaning, the mortgage balance less than 50%. So that's what's happening in New Jersey. Why is that? It's difficult to analyze the reason clearly, but this company, Adam Solution, says, number one, probably New Jerseyan cashed out through refi to cover high living cost. We're going to talk about a little bit more about the New Jersey living cost and the living quality in a sense. Okay, and then secondly, take out equity loans to buy retirement homes in Sunbelt area might be possible cause. A lot of New Jerseyan, they tried to prepare the second home in Sunbelt, so they take out equity loans from existing house and then purchased house in Sunbelt. Probably that would be the reason that equity reduced. Means cash out or equity loans means more mortgage balance and less equity, right? That's what's happening. According to Adam Data Solution, it's opinion. We don't know exactly the reason. 그 뉴저지에 지금 그 equity rich라고 하는 터미널로지가 있는데요. equity rich라고 하면 그 자기 equity가 지금 홈 밸류보다 50%가 넘는 집들, 즉 모기지 밸런스가 50%가 안 되는 집들, 홈 밸류 자체 시가에 비해서 그런 사람들이 뉴저지에는 그 세컨드 쿼터에 오히려 퍼스트 쿼터보다 조금 줄었다고 그래요. 그 전체적으로도 지금 에버리지에 못 미쳐요. 그 50주 에버리지를 지금 볼 때에 에quity 리치 홈이 한 48% 정도 된다고 그래요. 뉴저지는 지금 37%, 8%인데 지금 퍼스트 쿼터에는 38%, 그다음에 세컨드 쿼터에 37 정도로 약간 내려왔다. 그래서 왜 그럴까? 지금 집값이 올라가니까 에quity 리치들도 더 많아질 수 있을 것 같은데 오히려 줄어들었다. 가만히 보니까 그 뉴저지가 리빙 코스트가 비싸서 캐시아웃을 한 부분이 있지 않겠는가. 또 한 가지는 리타이어 에이지가 된 사람들이 에quity 론을 뽑아서 남쪽에 집을 산 것이 있지 않겠느냐. 그런 추정을 지금 아람 데이터 솔루션에서는 하고 있다라고 하는 뉴스가 들어왔고요. Okay. Next news is New Jersey is the second best state for quality of life. Well, we talk about the high living cost, but with high living cost, quality of life is the second best in the states, in the United States. That's good news. New Jersey ranks as the second best state to live. The first, the best, the first best state is Massachusetts. According to a new report released the Wallet Hub, it's a website. In its annual report, it says they review the report is best states to live in. Wallet Hub factored of living with job opportunity, quality of education, and safety. That is kind of a criteria. And but New Jersey was 48th in cost of living, that much expensive. Just ahead of Hawaii and California. So California is number one, or Hawaii or one or two. And then the next one is New Jersey, very expensive. And Mississippi ranked last overall in this year's study. And New Jersey boasts good schools, food quality. Well, we are enjoying a lot of good restaurants with good interior and variety and four seasons and proximity to New York, Philly, beaches and mountains. So it's really, New Jersey is really, the environment is good for residential housings. And and it could, therefore, New Jersey becomes hotspot during the pandemic as people from New York City area saw more space, said one of agents, Corbett Becker. And it is not only Bergen and Hudson County, but also further west, like Sussex County as well. So there could be a lot of opportunities still flipping business in Passaic County and Sussex County and Essex County even. 그 뉴저지가 이 웹사이트가 아마 있을 건데 한번 찾아보시면 좋겠어요. Wallet Hub라고 하는 사이트가 있는데 거기에서 annual 그 best state to live in 이런 그 보고를 내고 있는데 뉴저지가 second best로 살기 좋은 주가 됐다. 첫 번째로 살기 좋은 quality of life로 봤을 때 매사추세츠가 넘버 1, 뉴저지가 넘버 2. 뉴욕이 아마 넘버 3로 되는 것 같아요. 스테이트로 볼 때 주로 이제 월넛 헙에서 팩터로 이제 삼은 거는 job opportunity, 그다음에 quality of education and safety 이런 것들로 봤다. 그런데 living cost로 봐서는 그 제일 비싼 스테이트에 속한다. 그러니까 캘리포니아, 하와이 그 다음으로 뉴저지가 리빙 코스트가 비싸다. 그래서 아까 뭐 에쿼티 리치가 좀 줄어들었다고 하는데 뭐 그런 영향도 있지 않겠는가. 또 지금 현재 인플레이션도 막 치솟아 올라가고 하는 그런 상황 속에서 그래서 뉴저지가 우리 팬데믹 때 상당히 좋았죠. 작년에 부동산 비즈니스들이 다들 좋았던 것처럼 그 뉴욕하고 필리가 가기가 가깝고 여러 가지 그 좋은 음식이라든지 그다음에 스쿨이 특히 노스 뉴저지는 그런 것들이 돼 있죠. 그래서 노던 뉴저지는 상당히 좀 보통 우리가 지금 살고 있는 굉장히 좀 특별한 동네다. 뭐 이렇게 볼 수 있을 것 같아요. Okay, next news is Biden signs climate healthcare legislation. This is really a victory of Democrats. So they're really hailing this victory and delivering what he has called the final piece of his pared down domestic agenda. as he aims to boost his party's standing with the voters less than 3 months before the midterm elections. Only 3 months left. And this legislation includes the most substantial federal investment in history to fight the climate change, some $375 billion over the decades. And also healthcare side is would cap prescription drug cost at $2,000 out of pocket annually for Medicare recipient. They also would help the estimated 13 million Americans pay for the healthcare insurance by extending subsidies provided during the coronavirus pandemic. And originally, this is a smaller package than originally proposed, but still Biden and Democrats are hailing the legislation as once-in-a-generation investment in addressing the long-term effects of climate change as well as drought in the nation's West. Okay, so probably we'll expect a lot of money pouring into this climate change policies and also related businesses. That's what we might expect. 지금 그 climate healthcare 법령 그래서 최종 사인을 이제 마쳤다고 하는데 데모크랙 쪽의 승리다. 이렇게 지금 midterm election이 한 3개월밖에 안 남았는데 그 전에 이제 이거를 성공시켰다. 그런 지금 평을 하고 있고요. climate change는 참 상당히 큰 문제인데 아직도 찬반이 많은 것 같아요. 뭐 climate change로 쓰는 모든 돈은 전부 낭비다라고 주장하는 측도 있고 지금 이 위기에 있는 지구를 어떻게 지금 우리가 손쓰지 않으면은 플레이시다. 지금 왜냐하면 지구 온도가 상승하는 지금 트랙에 있기 때문에 제가 전에도 말씀드렸지만은 지구 온도가 지금 뭐 2도 올라간다, 막 3도 올라간다, 4도 올라간다 그러면 아마 on 그 civilization 우리 지금 근대 문명이 다 완전히 destroy 될 수도 있다. 뭐 예를 들어서 로마 문명이 파괴됐다. 아니면 뭐 남미에 그러니까 아스텍 문화가 무너졌다 하는 것들이 또 이제 기후 때문에도 일어났다고 하는 그런 이론도 많이 있고 아무튼 그렇게 지금 심각한 문제라고 보는 또 측도 있습니다. 그래서 이런 법안이 지금 통과가 됐는데 많은 이 관련 사업이나 그러한 정책에 돈이 굉장히 많이 풀어질 것 같다. Okay, the next news is housing starts declined in July. Housing starts. Well, we see two different statistics. One is housing starts and one is housing permits. Okay, so a little bit different. And construction of housing in the US continue to slow as inflation and high mortgage rate, because it makes more expensive to build and buy. Housing starts fell 9.6% in July from the prior month to a seasonally rate of 1.45 million. So housing start, that means they start building the house. Okay, in Korean, 시공이 되겠죠. Okay, so went down from 1.6 million in June and went down to 1.45 million in July. So not a good sign because we need more houses because right now inventory is low, but it's not so good news. And what about building permits? Building permits decline also 1.3% to 1.7 million. So usually building permit is more numbers than building starts. So once you get the permit, maybe they could not start. Okay, so there's some gaps between permits and actual starts. And the Gus Foucher, chief economist at PNC Financial Group, said the decline in housing construction makes sense because building and buying houses is tied to expectations for the economy and interest rates. Okay. And today is Wednesday, and tomorrow the NAR is supposed to release the latest sale figures for the previously owned existing house, the number of sales. Okay, the NAR will release the number tomorrow. And the economists surveyed by Wall Street Journal expected that sales number of transactions declined 6.1% in July. So right now, home value is still climbing up to second quarters at least, but number of sales, number of transactions declined for, I believe is what, the fourth month now. If July it declined 6.1%, then it declined 4 consecutive months this year. So you can feel it. Some agents can feel it. Some homeowners, they're debating whether they're going to sell the house or not. It's debating. 그 7월 시공이 7월 미국의 주택 시공이 줄어들었다. 그런 보고가 들어왔고요. 전달에 대비 9.6%가 줄어들었대요. 전달에는 주택 시공이 1.6 밀리언이었는데 줄라이에 1.45 밀리언, 145만 채로 줄어들었다. 그리고 빌딩 퍼밋도 1.3% 줄어들었어요. 그래서 줄어들어서 1.7 밀리언으로 됐어. 그 내일 이제 NAR에서 한번 워치아웃 해보세요. 그 트랜잭션 통계, 그러니까 sales죠, number of sales가 발표되는데 지금 월스트리트저널에서 서베이한 경제학자들에 의하면 6.1% 또 줄어들 것이다. in July에 그 줄라이 통계가 이제 내일 나온다는 얘기죠. 그 차트를 조금 보면 지금 요게 하우징 스타트예요. 그래서 하우징 스타트가 시공이죠. 당연히 우리 팬데믹 때는 무지무지하게 떨어졌었고 조금씩 fluctuate 하지만은 climbing up 했는데 지금 다시 요거는 한 4, 5월 정도 되겠나요? 1.8 밀리언까지 갔다가 지금 다시 떨어지기 시작하는 그런 상태다. 그래서 지금 줄라이에 1.45 밀리언, 1.45 밀리언, 전달 대비 9.6%가 줄었다. 이쪽은 빌딩 퍼밋이에요. 빌딩 퍼밋은 항상 빌딩 스타트보다 조금 많다고 그랬죠. 그래서 지금 요것이 지금 줄라이에 여기도 지금 위로 갔다가 그죠? 세 개 3months가 지금 낮아진 거죠. 그래서 줄라이에 1.7 밀리언까지 지금 내려와 있는데 앞으로 이게 어떻게 더 내려갈지 그거는 지금 모르겠어요. 아직 이자율이라든지 인플레이션이 지금 영향을 주고 있으니까. 그러나 우리 인더스트리는 좋지 않은 뉴스다. 왜냐하면 인벤토리가 늘어나야 되는데 인벤토리가 지금 이렇게 되면은 더 주는 효과, 바이가 주는 효과가 있지 않겠는가. 오케이. 그 다음 뉴스는요, housing prices climbed in second quarter. 이거는 이제 통계가 내는 건데요. housing prices climbed in second quarter. So still up to second quarter, housing price going up. Because buyer demands started fade out, okay, reduced. But still buyer demands exceeded the housing market low supply. Okay. So buying demand reduced, but but still it exceeded the supply side. That's why housing price still going up, at least up to second quarter. So right now is inventory of homes for sale held below historical level. And meantime, that's why the second quarter, the sales price rose 14.2% from a year ago. Okay, so up to second quarter. Because potential sellers have been reluctant to list their homes in the past 2 years because they didn't want to then have to buy in a frenzied market. So if they sell the house, they have to buy the house, but the buying side, they got really fear. That's why they didn't want to put their house on the market to sell. Okay. And also, the Redfin realized that a lot of people are considering a relocation. Okay, Redfin said 33.7% of shoppers in its platform searched primarily for home outside their metro area in July, up from 32.6% in the second quarter, and it's up from about 26% before the pandemic. Okay, so as I said, not only metro area, but also you look into the other area, as we said. If we look at the North Georgia, then you're looking into probably farther west, and also like a mid-Georgia, etc. 아까도 말씀드렸지만 2분기까지는 집값이 계속 지금 올라간 통계가 나온다. 그래서 2분기의 통계가 작년 2분기에 비해서 14.2% 올라간 거로 지금 나오고 있다는 거고요. 그래서 미디엄 프라이스는 41만 3,500불, 역시 레코드다, 지금 현재까지. 그리고 지금 집값이 올라가는 이유로는 물론 바이어 디맨드가 줄었지만, 그러나 그 디맨드가 없지는 않죠. 하우징 디맨드는 없어질 수는 없죠, 그죠? 그게 아메리칸 드림이고 누구나 집을 살려고 하는 디맨드가 깔려 있기 때문에 줄긴 좀 줄었지만, 그래서 그 디맨드가 서플라이보다는 훨씬 많다. 아직도. 그러니까 집값은 올려가는 올리는 그 프레셔를 받는다는 거죠. 그래서 지금 그 NAR 조사에 의하면 전주에 185개 메트로 에어리아 중에서 184개 메트로 에어리아가 집값이 올라갔는데 단 한 메트로 에어리아가 떨어졌어요. 어디냐면 그것이 뉴저지의 트렌턴, 0.7%가 떨어졌어요. 오케이, 뭐 그런 통계가 지금 있다는 거고요. Okay, I think last one, WeWork creators startup attracts investor. 이게 무슨 소리냐면 WeWork creator, 누구죠? Creator, who is a creator? Adam Neumann. He started another company called Floor, a real estate startup, something to do with the real estate. And this venture capital company invested $350 million to this company, Floor. And this company founded this year, only less than a year, at the valuation of $1 billion. This investment company valued this Floor about $1 billion. And this is one of the largest ever investment for an early stage startups. So Mr. Neumann is going to do another one. He started WeWork, but he started another company. but it's real estate related, directly related also. The floor would seek to address problems in the rental housing market, which he described as the inability for renters to own equity in their homes and a lack of social bonding between neighbors. So Adam Neumann see the problem. So usually whenever there is a problem, there is a solution. There's a new company usually. And the co-founder, this company, Andreessen is the investment company, and Mr. Andreessen is going to be partner. So said that the residential real estate world needs to address these changing dynamics, which means geologically dispersed workers, reduced in-person interaction, and a shift in priorities among workers. So I'm also very curious what is their business going to be. Yet virtually no aspects of a modern housing market is ready for these changes. Flow, this company, is expected to launch its services in 2023, according to the website, though it hasn't disclosed the details of the business. We don't know exactly what this company is doing. Will do, but it's interesting. So if you want, you can research a little bit more about Flow and you can invest right now. Why not? If it looks good and if it's a genuine problem, the real estate problem, if this company, Mr. Neumann, want to handle it, then you can take a look at it and you can maybe invest early enough so that you can make money. I mean, you can research it, okay? And WeWork을 창시한 미스터 누먼이 또 새로운 벤처 캐피털 컴퍼니를 시작을 했는데 이 회사가 벤처 캐피털 회사가 지금 350 밀리언을 투자했다. 근데 그 투자액이 이렇게 얼리 스테이지 스타트업한테 투자한 거로서는 가장 큰 the largest ever investment다. 그러니까 뭔가를 또 본 것 같아요, 그죠? 그리고 뭔가를 봤기 때문에 이 벤처 캐피털 사장이죠, 앤드루슨이 같이 코 파트너가 됐어요, 코 파운더가 됐어요. 근데 무슨 니드냐, 리얼 에스테이트 렌터들의 문제다 이런 거 정확하게 비즈니스를 모르겠어요. 그 디스클로저가 안 돼 있어. 어떻게 뭐를 하려고 하는지. 근데 something to do with the rental 그 테넌트들이 계속 렌탈만 하니까 에쿼티가 없잖아요, 그죠? 뭐 그런 거를 뭐를 다루지 않느냐. 이게 문제다. Inability for renters to own equity in their homes. 그리고 lack of social bonding between neighbors. 그렇죠. 렌터를 살면은 이웃하고 뭐 이렇게 친하려고 하지를 잘 않겠죠, 그죠? 왜 커뮤니티라는 커뮤니티를 내가 사랑하고 좋아하고 뭘 해야 되겠다는 그런 생각이 없기 때문에 이제 그런 문제들을 어떻게 이 WeWork를 창시한 아담이 또 새로운 컴퍼니를 만들어서 뭘 어떻게 하려고 하는지 모르겠지만 아무튼 여러분들이 플로우라는 컴퍼니에 관심 있으면 리서치해 보시고 어디 투자도 가능하겠다 하는 생각을 해보게 됩니다. Okay, this is it for the news brief this week. And again, thank you for joining our news brief and see you all next week. Thank you.